Kamp Podcast. Medyo maligalig kasi bago kami ng recording time. And nagkikick in na yung caffeine. Anyway,
Yes.
I am your host for this month, Angela. And for this episode, wala ako masyado makakontribute, kaya ako mag-host. Pero ang aking mga gotta go fast na co-host, si Phil, si Kay, at saka si Jerky, marami silang mako-contribute today kasi very important to them itong topic natin. I guess, Valentine's episode, this is something that they love. Yee, charot. Anyway, guys, welcome. I know. Basura. Welcome, guys. Kamusta kayo?
Sorry, natawa ta. Hindi ko mapigil yung tawa ko.
Basura. Anyway, welcome, guys.
Saan galing yun? Okay naman, nilalamig ang paa.
Medyas. Kailangan mong
naka-medyas
social
na ako.
medyas.
Yeah.
Anyway, so bago ko i-segue kay Jerky yung segment namin, gusto ko pala sabihin na ito yung I guess, quote-unquote, season finale. So, this is our last episode for the year 1 of BAE'S Kamp Podcast. So, maraming salamat sa mga nakinig, nakitawa, naki-empathize, kumontra, at nag-share ng aming show. So, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much.
Mga violent reaction.
Reaction. Anyway, Jerky, take it away. Bonfire.
Yung mga binlock namin.
So, bonfire session namin, it's a comment from our episode 10. So, sabi nung isang listener natin, sabi niya, aware na ako sa compassion fatigue, pero like Key, or si Kay, sa personal life ko siya na-associate. Wala na din akong social media, nakatulong yung digital declutter or digital minimalism kasi nawala yung noise. In terms of not using my social media apps to connect with people, at least na-motivate ako to connect with people I care about more organically through phone call or text, which I appreciate more. I also practice mindfulness like Phil. Hirap ako mag-meditate sa umpisa. I thought yung mga ginagawa niya is a form of self-love. Yes, Valentine's Day. Sabi nga ni RuPaul, ito ba yung sa Drag Race?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
If you can't love yourself, how the hell are you gonna love somebody else? So, to have comparison, you need to be kind to yourself too. So, you do you.
Ayun. Thank you so much.
Oh.
Kilala ko ata to, di ba?
Oo. Medyo malaman yung kanyang kanyang comment. Tama nga naman. Paano ka magbibigay kung empty ang banga,
yes.
diba? So you also have to take care of yourself. Tulad nga nung airplane analogy ni Tito Jerky. Anyway, so show na tayo, show proper na. So
yes.
So ang aming episode, so we're at episode 11 and we decided to when I was making the show outline, ang episode 11 namin is about keeping up the rhythm, thoughts about running. So, 3 of the 4 hosts actually runs as a form of exercise, I guess.
Yeah.
So, we're gonna talk about that. And then yung keeping up the rhythm, I actually got it sa autobiographical book ni Lolo Haruki Murakami.
Yeah.
And I think it's also very appropriate na medyo ma-mention natin yung book niya sa topic natin today. So, meron siyang memoir, what I talk about when I talk about running. So, he talks about, I guess, almost obsession niya for running. I don't know if you guys are in the same boat as Lolo Haruki, pero
actually, intimidating yung ano niya. Kasi di ba nakwento ko sa inyo, sinimpisahan ko yung audiobook niya, tas I have to stop kasi I find it very intimidating yung ano niya.
Siya ba ang nag-narrate dun sa ano niya, sa audiobook, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't remember, pero nakabaro ulit siya sa akin. Sige, tingnan natin mamaya.
Sige.
Angela, ito yung pinahira mo sa akin dati, di ba?
Oo, ito yun. Yung book na yun.
For me, I really enjoyed reading the book.
Oo. Medyo, may tama nga si Jerky. I remember when I read this book, medyo obsessive levels si Tatang. So, medyo ibang levels. So, anyway, but we're gonna talk about, we're gonna mention him lang naman in passing kasi kayo ang, yung passion nyo for running ang pag-uusapan natin today. So, some of the topic points that we may potentially cover is about, first of all, why are you guys running? Saan kayo nagsimula? ano ba to, hinilan nyo lang ba to sa bulsa nyo or whatever. And if you wanna share any tips and tricks sa mga listeners natin na they may wanna pick up running, so maybe something that you can share kung ano yung experiences nyo. Pero I guess to start off, ipasa ko na ulit yung podium kay Tito Jerky. So, Tito Jerky, takbo! Go!
Okay. Teka.
Takbo!
Wala,
Takbo.
hindi ako, nakamedyas lang ako, wala akong sapatos. Yeah, so why running? Long story short, kailan ba ako nagsimula? Siguro mga late 2015 to like early 2016 after nung winter months. Kasi nung 2015, ito yung medyo depressed mode ang tito nyo na hindi alam yung nangyayari sa buhay niya. Tapos, I sought professional help. And then, parang ang diagnosis nga is parang anxiety and depression. And then, part nung treatment is magkaroon ka ng physical activity na magugustuhan mo, na may enjoy mong gawin, na hindi siya mag-a-add ng burden sa'yo. Parang ganon.
I see.
Yeah. So, ang pinakamadali na naisip ko is running. Kasi I think it's very organic, it's very natural. Kailangan mo lang ng running shoes at ng willpower na tumakbo lalo sa winters natin.
Yes.
Tsaka ayoko, para kasi pwede ka mag-workout, samahan mo ng workout sa gym, pero hindi talaga ako ma-workout na tao. Tamad ako. Tsaka, isa pa din is, nape-pressure ako sa gym kasi parang pag nakakita ka, parang tama ba yung ginagawa ko na paggamit ng equipment, yung mga ganun.
I see.
So, ako, yun nga, naisip ko is running. Thinking at that time na it's gonna be cheap kasi all you need is running shoes, konting short, t-shirt, ganyan. But I was wrong afterwards. Na-realize ko na.
Gusto ko pag-usapan natin yan later, ha? Kasi, bakit mali? And I want to hear everyone's opinion about it. Okay.
So, yun yung why running na part ko. It's part of my treatment. Kasi nagme-meds ako noon, and then isang side effects ng antidepressant meds is possible ka na, you're at risk of gaining weight. So, you have to be physically active para mabalanse mo. Which I did. I think at the time, I gained up to like maximum na 25 pounds or 20 pounds. Yeah, so, kahit tumatakbo na ako nun, ha? Pero ano pa rin siya.
Wala, dami pala.
Yeah, kaya lumobo talaga ako. If you saw me feel mga 2012 or 2013, ako nun, parang akong addict nun. Kitang-kita mo yung ang jawline ko. Yeah. So, why did you decide na ito na exercise na para sa akin? Kapag tumatakbo ako, parang I find peace na parang ito yung escape ko literally from, let's say, from mga bagay-bagay kasi you're running away from them in a way.
Literally, yeah.
Literally and figuratively speaking. And then, I think ito yung sa next na point na nandito is, you prefer running by yourself or with a companion. So, kasi ako, para akong lone wolf. I prefer na running solo. Kasi nawawala yung pressure. Ayoko talaga sa lahat yung pressure. I want to enjoy it. And then, kapag bawa si Tito Phil or si Kay kasama ko, parang, ayoko na nape-pressure ako na I have to run at their pace or ayoko na mag-ano silang pace ko na mabagal. Parang gano'n. Marami ako iniisip, which is,
I see.
Yun yung iniiwasan ko kaya ako tumatakbo. Parang gusto ko blanco lang yung isip ko. Tinitingnan ko, stoplight lang ako titingin, yung mga traffic light, yung mga tao na kailangan ko iwasan. Ganun lang. Simpleng buhay lang. Na And then na-realize ko after, yung tinatawag nila na runner's high, it's true for me. Na it's a natural high. I don't know if the same for you, Kay and Tito Phil. Like for me, ang normal ko is 8. Pag na-reach ko na yung 9th kilometer ko, para na akong high. As in, nakalutang na ako sa ulap. Yeah. Ganun ako. Parang, na ako, in the zone na ako, parang wala na akong pakialam. Tumatakbo na lang ako.
Sa mga hindi nakakaalam ng runner's high, are you able to describe how it feels for you or ano yung concept ng runner's high?
Good question. I think, it's close to, siguro yung meditation. Although hindi ko pa na-experience yung meditation talaga. Kasi nga, hindi siya man nag-work for me. I tried it. But I think yun yung na-achieve ko, na parang blanco lang yung isip ko. And then, marirealize ko na lang na, oh no, how did I get here? Parang, nag-stop ba ako sa mga stoplight? Wala ba akong nabangga na tao? Hindi ba ako nasugatan? Hindi pa ako nadapa? As in, nawawala siya totally from my memory. Parang marirealize ko lang, nasa Trillium Park na ako. Paano ako nakarating dito?
Same.
Anong route yung tinake ko? Parang, doon ba ako dumaan sa trail? Sa road ba ako tumakbo? Hindi ko siya maalala. Titingnan ko na lang yung GPS ko afterwards sa parang, okay, yung pala yung dinaanan ko.
So, for you, ang runner's high yung experience is parang lumilipad. Tapos,
Yeah.
parang si Sonic na lang.
Yeah, tapos ang physical manifestation niya sa akin, I would have goosebumps all over.
Oh.
As in, literally, tumatayo yung buho ko, tapos parang medyo naiiyak-iyak ka pa na parang masaya ka lang.
Oh, I see.
Ako naman yung singit ko na kasi
Sige lang, go. Baka malimutan natin mamaya yan.
Yeah, nga. Yung runner's high para sa akin, it doesn't kick in until around maybe 12 or 13 kilometers in. Pero when I get it, ang nararamdaman ko is yung parang almost namamanhid yung legs ko. Hindi naman namamanhid in a bad way, pero like para siyang
magaan na yung pakiramdam mo.
Magaan na yung pakiramdam, yeah. Ang gaano pakiramdam, tapos nakakahinga na ako ng mas maayos. Tapos pansin ko nag-i-stabilize yung heart rate ko rin.
Yeah.
Kasi pag nagsimula, 'di ba, parang talaga magra-ramp
struggle
up
ka, yeah, kasi mag-warm up ka.
So yun, tapos lalo na pag gantong weather, malamig, bigla akong maiinitan ako. Yung ganun yung feeling ko. Saka ayun, blanco lang din yung isip ko. Tapos same yung sensation na parang magtataka ka na parang, dito na pala ako.
Yeah.
Diba? Parang
in a way, nakakatakot siya, diba? Parang nag-appear ka lang somewhere.
Tumatakbo ka ng 6-10 minutes, hindi mo napapansin.
Yeah.
Saka yun, ang sarap ng feeling nun. And then, kung nagkataon na matatapos yung takbo mo during dun sa runner's high na yun, like it's the greatest feeling ever for me. Yeah.
Although bihirang mangyari sa akin yun kasi marirealize ko, I have to go another 2 kilometers, another 4 kilometers.
Okay.
Ikaw, Phil, yung runner's high.
Baka ano ka na.
Runner's high mo muna, oo. Bago tayo bumalik kay Jerky.
Na-experience mo ba ito?
Ewan ko, parang
baka mataas yung standards mo.
Hindi ko ma-explain sa akin eh. I don't know. Basta feeling ko na lang, sige, ito na lang, ilagay ko na lang siya sa perspective na I feel free. Maabot sa
free as a kite.
Yeah. Same.
I
feel
pala.
free.
Yeah.
Yeah. But in a good way, kasi hindi ko alam kung kailan siya nag-kick in for me eh. I'm more aware sa second wind. Pero yung actual
yun naman
high,
yung di ako familiar.
Yung actual high, I think, I know how it feels, pero hindi ko siya ma-express verbally, pero yun na lang. Yun
sige,
nga, parang,
yun ang assignment mo next time na tumakbo ka ulit.
I feel free.
Baka naman ma-pressure si Tito P. Okay, Tito P, sa turn mo mamaya, discuss mo kung ano yung feeling ng second
Mag-iisip muna ako.
So, balik tayo kay Tito Jerky dun sa last 2 points sa ating notes. Like, before siguro ako i-bring yung sabi mo like you like running alone, pero you do run like marathons, right? So, how does that impact yung performance mo when you're running with
walang
like
pakialaman. Kasi iba yung, ang iniisip ko na when you run alone or with a companion kasi, let's say yun nga, yung close friend ko na, I will run alongside Kay or Tito Phil. Ayoko nang ganun. Ayoko nang nape-pressure. Pero kapag you're running with strangers na walang pressure, kebs lang.
So even though it's like say marathon na parang may mga taong nandun to reach like either a record or just to get a medal or para lang ma-reach yung personal goals. For you walang pressure yun for you. Okay.
Nung una ako parang iba yung tingin ko, but then yung when I tried my first half marathon, parang ganito pala yung feeling. It's a very nice feeling na na tsaka feeling feeling mo star ka in your own movie pag tumatakbo ka ng half marathon or na marathon in an official race. Parang may ganun ka na parang I'm here running, pero kayo nandyan kayo sa nanonood. Thank you sa suporta, but I'm running. Parang may ganun ka na
Parang kakamayan ka. Sige, kakawayan ko rin kayo. Pero umalis kayo dyan, mga pleb.
Oo, parang may ganun ka na Hindi naman in a bad way, pero kasi you need their support din. Pero yun may iba yung feeling na, kasi dati nanonood ka lang, tapos ikaw na ngayon yung tumatakbo and people are cheering for you. It's a different it's a different thing altogether. Yeah. So, thoughts on marathons and international competition. Ayan na, dito na magsisimula yung gastos mo. Kasi to be honest, pagsali sa races, it's not cheap. Normally, ang starting dito, I think kapag depende sa distance, it will start $50 and up. Like for 5K, 10K, half, and then full marathon. And then, normally, ang binabayaran namin on average sa half marathon is nasa 90 to 100. Tama ba, Tito Phil?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Parang $90
Depende
to $100.
pa kung early bird ka or hindi.
Yeah. And then, lagi tayong last minute kasi parang tinatamad akong sumali. Tapos last minute naman, every time magsa-sign up tayo, laging full yung binabayaran natin na yung most expensive na package. Hindi na natin natitake advantage yung early bird nila. So, yun, mahal siya, yung pagsali. To be honest. And then, yung shoes nyo na, again, nung una, akala ko it's very organic, it's very natural. Kasi, sino ba naman nang hindi marunong maglakad or tumakbo? Diba? Parang, you think it's in our nature. But, no. It's a little technical than that. Na parang, mag-start ka, punta ka sa running store. I mean, parang mga ganun na store or punta ka sa doctor mo. You need to have a gait test. Ano bang parang nun? In a layman's term na parang i-check nila
kung paano ka maglakad.
Oo, kung paano ka maglakad, tumakbo, at kung ano yung bagay na sapatos para sa'yo.
Paano lumapat ang paa mo.
Kung ano yung kailangan mo. It's medyo doon ako natagalan sa part na yon. Buti na lang dito, pwede tayo magsoli ng sapatos kahit nagamit mo na. Provided na sa treadmill mo lang siya ginamit. Hindi mo siya pwedeng gamitin sa labas.
Sa labas, oo.
Yeah. So, naka 7 or 8 akong sapatos bago ko na...
Wow!
Yeah.
Wow.
Kasi, and if you guys know Jerky, that's
yes.
expected.
That's expected, yeah.
In my defense, kasi unang-una, flat-footed ako. So, struggle na siya for runners. And then, may Morton's neuroma ako. So, I need yung perfect combination ng cushioning, tsaka kung ano-ano pa mga bagay na hindi ko na rin minsan naiintindihan. Basta, at the end of the day, kapag tinry ko siya sa treadmill na long enough or far enough, tas hindi nag-flare yung neuroma ko, yun na yung sapatos ko. Ganun yung nangyayari sa akin. Yeah.
I have a question for you, Tito Jerky. Like, when did you transition and also why did you transition from like just running for your health and overall well-being na't mapunta ka bigla dun sa pagsa-sign up sa mga international races?
It's a good question. Nagsimula yun sa bullying. Kasi
sinong may pakana?
Si Chris. Kasi
nag-name drop talaga.
Oo.
Hello.
Pero magkakampi kami ni Chris, kami yung bully. Kasi si Chris, 'di ba? Siya yung talagang pinakauna na tumatakbo.
Yeah.
I don't know si Phil. Hindi ko pa kilala si Phil noon kasi. So nandito na tayo sa Toronto, si Chris talaga yung kumbaga legit na runner.
So sa mga friend namin, nag-guest siya sa episode 5, I think, episode 5.
So siya yung nagsimula, and then nakilala ko na through you guys, tapos tumatakbo, ganyan. Pero sige, sign up tayo, ganyan. And then si Tito B. Si Tito B na architect, 'di ba? Tapos nagsimula yun na parang binubuli namin siya ni Chris na parang hindi kami naniniwala sa'yo hanggat hindi ka namin nakakita sa starting point ng race. Ginanon namin siya, as in, hindi namin siya tinigilan na mag-sign up ka na. Parang tatakbo ko, parang okay. And then, saka bubuli namin sa kanya, in 2016, we ran our first half marathon. And then, doon na nagsimula ang lahat ng sakit sa paa, ng katawan at gastos.
Would you say na nahook ka sa international races? Or parang segue lang siya, or parang, kumbaga sa, may mga set, parang portion lang siya ng overall journey mo sa pagtakbo?
Sige, banggitin ko na rin, ako talaga wala sa ko na mag-run ng full marathon. Teka, banggitin din natin kasi minsan nako-confuse sila. So, a full marathon is 42 kilometers. 42.2 kilometers. Kasi iba minsan, sorry, hindi ako I don't want to be condescending or anything. Kasi iba pag nilili yung marathon, it's a race. Akala nila 10K, it's a marathon. Like, no, a marathon is 42.2, half marathon is half nun. Then 10K is a different, it's 10 kilometers. Yun mismo yung distance nun, di ba? Or 5K. So ako, ang sabi ko sa sarili ko, hanggang half lang talaga ako. Hindi ko nakikita yung sarili ko na to run a full marathon.
Mm-hmm.
Parang, iiyak na lang ako siguro kapag nag-run ako ng full marathon.
But you did, right?
But then,
I did.
Plot twist.
Yeah, nagkaroon ng plot twist na napahiya nga ako kay Chris noon kasi sabi niya, ano ba yun? Kasi it's the Boston Marathon. Yun yung first and last ko so far na marathon. Which is really crazy story. Maybe it's another topic altogether. But yeah, long story short, I got into the Boston Marathon through lottery. And then, naalala ko lang kasi nabanggit ni Chris yun before nung bago pa lang yung magkaibigan na parang ang parang goal niya is to run the Boston Marathon. Mm-hmm. And I was like, no, I'll just run the half. Sabi ni Chris, wala. Parang ang nice pa ng pagkasabi niya, parang, wala atang half ang Boston full lang sila, parang, oh my God, I'm so stupid. Na parang, talaga lumalabas yung pagka-poster level na parang walang alam.
Mm-mm.
Ayun. And then, a few years after, sinuwerte nga ako, nakapasok ako. And then, yeah, that was the best moment of my life so far.
Oh.
And it's the proudest moment of my life. I'm not gonna tone it down. It was really, like, eto na talaga. Parang ganun.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for you.
So, sorry, sa mga hindi familiar, so yung Boston Marathon is part nung parang worlds ng...
yung world na, ano ba tawag?
World
majors.
World majors, including Chicago, Berlin, Tokyo, what else am I missing? New York? Is New York in there?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Ano pang kulang?
London.
So, pag na-run mo lahat yon within the given time and you get a medal, you get an extra medal na mukha siyang 6 clover leaf.
Yeah.
If that even exists. So, sa mga talagang tumatakbo, nasa ano yun? Nandun yun sa top ng pyramid, kumbaga.
Yeah.
So,
and then, again, since hindi na ako mag-hold back talaga, magyayabang na ako, I think it's the most difficult marathon to get in. Kasi, it's very competitive. May time na kailangan kang ma-meet, which is hindi siya nag-apply sa akin kasi nga, sinwerte lang ang lolo nyo na nakapasok doon. So, yun. So, hindi siya nag-apply sa akin. So, yun. So, very swerte. And then, na-realize ko, yung Boston Marathon, parang a lot of people are aiming to get into the Boston Marathon, and then nangyari na siya sa akin. Why not finish the other remaining 5?
Yeah.
And be a 6-star finisher. Yun nga yung nabanggit mo kanina na you get an extra medal. Mm-hmm. So, ito na yung dagdag sa gastos mo. Kasi, Boston Marathon, I think it's the most expensive. $500 ang registration.
And it's US dollars?
Canadian na. Kasi around 400 something USD. And then the rest, I think on average, it's around like 300 to 400 Canadian. Plus yung pamasahe mo pa, pagpunta ron. And then yung training mo pa na ginagawa. Diba?
Hotel pa.
Yung mga hotel, yeah. It's, yun. So, isa yun sa mga na-realize ko na parang it doesn't end with your running shoes and your short and your t-shirt. So, nagpapatong-patong na yung cost mo.
Mm-hmm. So, since na-mention mo yung training, like, for you, what would you recommend? Ano yung mga things na nag-work for you as a runner? If there's anyone who's interested in running, meron ka bang parang heads ups in terms of like, health, things that they need to look out for? And you kind of mention yung spending portion na, pero kung if someone is just like wanna run like recreationally, like what what would you recommend for them to kind of invest on?
Invest on running shoes. Yun yung unang-una. Kahit tumakbo ka sa kung anumang short na suot mo or t-shirt na suot mo, make sure that you are wearing the right shoes for you. Kasi dyan magsisimula ang lahat. Kasi ako noon, nagkukuripot, nagtitipid, walang masyadong alam. I just punta lang ako sa tindahan, sa outlet, bumili ako ng running shoes na komportable. And then, in the long run pala, hindi siya yung tamang sapatos para sa akin. Kasi, yun yung nagsimula nung Morton's New Rome ako, na parang mali palang shoes. Although, again, komportable siya for me, pero yun pala, hindi pala siya yung tama na sapatos sa akin. Although, it's a delicate balance kasi. Kasi meron naman na, dito, bagitin ko na yung store dito sa atin. It's called Running Room. Ilang beses na akong pumunta sa iba't ibang branch. Lahat nilalagay nila ako in a certain type of shoes na sobrang hindi siya komportable sa akin. Tapos, sinasabi nila na yung tama sa akin until I found one person na Boston Marathoner. Tiningnan niya lang ako, pinasquat niya lang ako. Sabi niya, ito yung tamang shoes for you. I tried it. It's comfortable and it worked for me. At ito yung sinasabi ko na sapatos na hanggang ngayon is ginagamit ko pa rin.
Running Room din yung empleyadong yon?
Hindi, parang...
Hindi na. Sa iba na ako pumunta.
Okay.
Sa MEC na ako pumunta.
Talaga?
Okay. Any health reminders?
Health reminders about...
Tips and tricks?
Ano lang siya eh. Just listen to your body. Kasi, abawa, ikaw nagtitraining ka for half marathon or 10K or kahit anong distance, usually may mga training plan yan, tapos kailangan mo siyang sundin. Pero syempre, may araw na hindi kaya ng katawan mo. So, makinig ka sa katawan mo, and then, kapag hindi mo talaga kaya, don't push it kasi magre-risk ka ng injury, and then the next thing you know, lalo kang hindi makakasunod sa training plan mo. So, kasi yung iba pinipilit na parang, konting push pa, and then after ang ending injury, yan tuloy, hindi ka nakakapag-training. Ang worst pa, hindi ka na makatakbo talaga for that competition that you are training for. Aside from that, madaming ng available na resources ngayon, pero ang challenge dun is to find what works for you. Kasi like, especially sa diet, kasi iba-iba, may makikita ka na, although, parang iba is high protein or high carbohydrates, ganyan. Hindi ako expert, pero ang nag-work for me noon is talaga yung balanced diet. And then ito, hindi ko alam kung mag-work, pero for me, being a person na addict sa soda, sa Coke, to be exact, ang nakatulong sa akin is carbonated water. Kasi I don't feel bloated, kasi nakaka-burp ako every time. So, especially, kasi kailangan mo mag-hydrate parati, di ba? So, carbonated water yung nakatulong sa akin na hindi mabigat sa pakiramdam kapag tumatakbo ka.
Okay. Anything else, Kuya Jerky? Tito Jerky, to wrap up your
before
portion?
you run, ako, ang what works for me, I think sa case, it's same sa'yo na kumakain muna bago tumakbo. Yung iba kasi hindi, kaya nila na kaya nila tumakbo pagkagising pa lang tatakbo na sila. May mga ganun na tao. You need fuel for running. Right? And then, things to spend on, balik tayo doon. Kung seryoso ka talaga na runner, you might need a tracker. Like,
no, I would say,
hindi,
kahit hindi ka seryoso.
Let him,
okay.
No,
sa kanya.
Kasi, bawa ikaw, hindi cheap yung mga ganun mga bagay, diba? So, pwede ka mag-plot na lang ng map and then i-time mo yung sarili mo so you get your pace, right?
Yeah.
Manual na ganun. Pero kung willing ka naman to spend another $100 or more, get a tracker.
Okay.
Kasi may narinig ako na podcast recently na nagsimula siyang tumakbo, tapos wala siyang tracker. Cellphone lang yung gamit niya, which is it's not that accurate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Tito Jerky.
Oh, sorry. One more.
Meron pa
Yeah,
pala.
sorry. Nalimutan ko. And
Okay.
kung may nararamdaman kayo, don't hesitate. Go to a doctor, physio, or a chiro. I know it's very first world, but you need those. Papasalamatan kayo ng katawan nyo after.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Ayun na. Official na thank you na. Tito
Yes,
Jerky.
sorry. Napahaba.
It's okay. No, it's fine. So, mapunta naman tayo kay runner number 2.
Candidate
Parang
number
Search,
two.
ano to, searchy number 2?
Kaway
Come on
muna.
down.
Come on down. Kaway muna.
The price is right pala.
Tito P, i-roll nyo ang roleta. Okay.
Takbo. 3, 2,
Takbo
1,
na.
go. Yeah. So, salamat kay Tito Jerky sa pag-share ng kanyang mga eksperyensya sa pagtakbo. So, sa akin, bakit ba running? Why running? So I did a self-reflection about this, and I think I didn't choose running. I think running chose me.
Nox!
I thank you.
Yeah, that's my boy contestant number 1. So,
Uwian na, may nanalo na.
Kasi ang naganap kasi nito, so paghahaluin ko na siya kung kailan ako nag-start.
Sige,
so,
paghaluin mo na yung mga topic points. Go.
So, siguro ibibigay ko yung after yung sa why running. So, nag-start kasi ako to run kasi ito very vivid pa sa utak ko na parang nung nasa Philippines pa ako, meron kasi ako isang friend na nag-sign up siya sa 5K, yung Rexona 5K run.
Rexona, baka naman.
Rexona. Walang Rexona dito sa Canada Pero sa Philippines meron.
Active
ang Rexona dito So, nag-sign up siya sa 5K, tapos, ang nangyari, he had to go on an operation.
Oh.
So, hindi siya pwedeng tumakbo. So, nung binisita namin siya sa hospital, sinabi niya sa akin, hey, ito yung bib ko. Gusto mo itakbo mo? Sa kanya yung singlet.
Pwede ba yun?
Sa Pilipinas, ginagawa ng mga tao yun.
Pwede naman, pero syempre
pero yung
nasa
points
name siya ng
ma-record-
isang tao, yes, hindi siya
yun
under
lang,
sa ano.
Hindi pwede i-transfer kay Tito P yung...
May ganun, may certain window na pwede mong i-transfer. 'Di ba? Lalo kapag hindi man
ko alam sa
qualifying.
Pilipinas.
Yeah.
Okay.
At saka
okay,
yun kasi 5K, so binigay niya sa akin yung bib. Sabi niya, ito, suot mo, tas takbo mo. Pero sabi niya, sa akin yung singlet ha, hindi ko ibibigay sa yung singlet. Sabi ko, okay, sige. So, nagdadaro isip pa ako nun. Sabi ko, gusto ko ba itakbo to? Kasi I've never run a 5K in my entire life.
Basta lang binigay sa'yo yung bib. Like, ano yung...
Oo,
in-offer
niya. In-offer niya. Oo. Tapos sabi ko, sige, tatakbo ko. So, pumunta ako doon sa location. Sa may Manila Bay pa nga yata to. Ang layo pa sa bahay namin. For a 5K bumiyahe ako na mahigit 2 oras para lang tumakbo ng 5K. So, tsaka ng sobrang aga. So, again, going back to sa running. So, tinakbo ko siya. I was wearing yung putyo-putyong shoes pa. Kasi wala pa akong kaalam-alam
Yeah.
Tapos yung regular, yung malaking shorts, yung
Basketball shorts.
Yeah. Tapos yung, I don't know, sandong something. Tinakbo ko. Sabi ko, okay naman pala yung saya. Immediately after that, I started, tapos so doon na nag-start. It's like, parang gusto ko nang tumakbo. And I was never a running person because I love going to the gym. And for me, before running, it's like, it only burns calories, mawawala lang yung muscle na pinagalagay ko. Gusto kong puro muscle ang katawan ko. It's like, pero nung na-try ko na siya, sabi ko, it felt very different. In a way, in a very positive way. So, tinuloy ko siya. I started to research in running. And eventually, I have decided na I would like to do it on a very regular basis. At saka gusto ko yung nakita ko na may other distance pa based sa aking research. So, dito na pumasok yung like, okay, I am starting to like running. It's kind of like dating. It's like, so running and I think we go well together.
May next date, may second date na, parang ganun.
Yeah, so parang eventually, so pagkatapos nung first date namin, which is the 5K, it's like, I want to do this again. So may nakita ko na 10K, I signed up for a 10K kagad. And I went to the store, I bought shoes na pang-run talaga, and that started everything. This was back 2012, if I remember correctly. Nagtatrabaho na ako sa Makati nun eh. So, before that, hindi talaga ako tumatakbo. Puro gym lang. Pero nun nga, na-experience ko siya. I was like, I wanna do this. And then, may mga friends ako. So, nakilala ko sila via radio kasi meron kaming radio show na pinapakinggan and lahat kami fans. May mga tumatakbo dun sa radio group friendship namin. So, parang sila nag-introduce us like,
RX ba ito?
hey. Yeah. Pangalanan natin yun. So, yung radio station na may show is RX 93.1. So, yung mga friends ko doon sa isang certain, na fans kami na isang certain na radio show in the morning. Clue. In the morning.
Okay.
In the morning, rushing.
Rush.
So yun. So yun na parang unti-unti nag-open up nga yung world ko eh, na parang it's like, hindi lang pala ako mag-isang may gusto nito. May mga tao rin pala tumatak.
Paano kayo nag-connect? Facebook?
Baka siguro posting.
Facebook na ito?
Basta text. Kasi magkakakilala na kami in person. Eh. May mga nakakilala na in person.
Okay.
So doon nag-start. Doon na nag-start yung running. So, again, I did not choose running. Running chose me.
Para ka palang Pokemon.
Hindi kasi napaka-serendipitous kasi nung nangyari sa kanya eh. Na parang inabot lang talaga. Parang movie.
Inabot lang yung babe. Tapos nagustuhan ko na siya. Tapos nakikita ko yung progression ng mga ibang tao. So nag-escalate din ako na parang, 5K. I did 1 5K. I went to a 10K. And then I did 1 10K. I wanted to do a half marathon kagad. Ganun yung naging escalation ko. So, I did a half marathon. I trained for it. Doon ko unang na-experience nung nagte-training ako kasi wala pa rin ako masyadong alam eh. Even though I was wearing yung shorts, tapos I have running shoes. I was like, I think I was training way too much. So, doon ko unang naranasan yung sumasakit yung tuhod. Parang like, okay, yeah. Sabi, yung mga nababasa ko online, sabi ko, totoo pala yun. Na parang, parang dating again. It's like, you cannot rush things. It needs to be done. Parang may certain, kumbaga may time, it needs time.
Yeah.
Kasi yung katawan mo kailangan mag-adapt eh. So, yun yung ginawa ko. Tapos, eventually, I started running 21Ks. So, 5, 10, 21, puro 21 na.
Sweet spot yung 21 eh, no?
Oo, 21. Kasi, at saka yung mga friends ko din kasi, yun nga, yung doon sa running community sa Philippines na nakilala ko, parang kasabayan ko din silang unti-unting nagtumaas. Tsaka nakikita ko eh, kasi meron isa nagte-21K. Sabi ko, ang ganda naman ng feeling ng 21K.
Yeah, diba?
Parang ang taas ng tingin sa'yo kapag nag-half marathon ka, 5K, 10K, it's like, bleh. Hindi sa sinasabi ko na, so disclaimer, hindi sa sinasabi ko na bleh ang 5 at saka 10K. I love 5Ks, I love 10Ks. Pero ito yung personal mindset ko noon na parang ang taas-taas ng tingin ko sa nagte-21K. Kasi hindi ko pa siya kaya eh. So, I trained for it. I did it. It's like, it was very fulfilling nung ginawa ko yung first ever 21K. Run United yata ito. Nag-name drop ako Yung kay, kay Coach Rio. Kung kilala nyo si Coach Rio. Yung Run United.
Hair na kuya.
At saka yung sa Unilab, di ba sila yung may Run United? Yun yung first 21K ko. So, doon ko na talaga nasabi sa sarili ko na I would like to do running for the rest of my life.
Nox.
Sinagot ko na si running. Sabi ko,
kayo official.
Kami na. Sabi ko, let's do this. Let's do this together. It's you and me.
Ano sabi ni running sa'yo?
Valentine's Day kasi thank you Phil pala at pinanindigan mo yung
metaphor.
Yung paandar ko kanina.
Alam mo si running, wala siyang pakialam. Parang, hindi, parang ganito kasi nangyari.
Parang, take it or leave it.
Oh, yeah. Parang, I would like to go on this journey with you, but if you don't want, it's fine. I'll be fine. Parang ganun ang sagot sa akin ni Rani.
May tanong ako dito pala, bago ka So, si Jerky, sinabi niya lone wolf siya. For you, you did mention na parang may malaking factor yung community, like yung
Mm-mm.
friends? Do you
Yeah.
prefer like when you were starting, do you prefer running with them, or parang are you okay with both na you just run by yourself and then you run with the group, or nagbago ba yung preference mo throughout the years before we go back dun sa story?
So it depends na parang for me kasi nag-evolve kasi yung yung community aspect sa akin ng running. So parang nag-start siya doon sa certain yun nga yung Radio Friends group. Tapos eventually may nakilala ko na an even bigger group. Papangalanan ko sila, hello Team Matindi, shout out Team Matindi. Yun yung palagi kong tinatag sa mga posts ko. So sila, parang
nakikita ko nga yan.
ganun yung nangyari na parang nag-evolve. So, regarding sa running by myself or with a companion, may certain training days na gusto ko mag-isa. I think 60% of the time, 60-70% of the time, I prefer running alone. Tapos yung remaining 40 or 30%, depende kasi bonding din namin yun nung mga friends ko. It's like, okay, kahit ano naman, sige, sabi ko sa kanila, takbo tayo. And nadala ko na rin siya dito with our running friend, di ba, si Chris, pinangalan na rin natin. So, kapag
si Chris talagang sala rin
so may times na talagang na parang, if we can run together, kasi parang masaya naman Yeah. So, ganun yung sa akin na it depends.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pero again, most of the time.
Ilang days na ba tayo nagkasama? 2 or 3? Parang
isa, dalawa.
Tapos nangyayari parang okay, see you sa finish line. Ganun na
Well,
lang.
yeah. So case to case basis. Yeah. So pag actual runs, hindi ko siya kasabay. Pero pag training runs, may times na depende sa
gusto mo may kasama ka. Mamomotivate ka rin kasi to be fair. Yeah.
Yun. So yun yung sa akin na naganap nun. So Angela, may itatanong ka pa ba?
Hindi, yun na. Balik na tayo sa'yo ulit.
So yun. So yun So nag-evolve sa akin, 21, and then, sorry, medyo nagiging nostalgic ako. Ang lolo nyo.
Diba? Ang hirap i-concise nung ang dami mong sasabihin.
ang naganap nun. Oo. Tapos, by certain point sa buhay ko, nung nasa Philippines ako, it's like, I would like to progress further. Kasi nakikita ko, so nung nalaman ko yung 21K, may kita mo, may mas higher level pa pala doon. Oo, may 42K, 42.2, full marathon. That's like, I wanna do that too. Ganun yung nasa isip ko. It's like, ano kayang feeling? Kasi, di ba half? So, half marathon, 21, tapos ka na. Yung 42.2, kalahati pa lang sila. May 21.1 pa silang tatakbo. Sabi ko, I would like to do that. So, nag-progress ulit ako. Sa Philippines kasi meron silang tinatawag na Afroman distance, yung 32 kilometers. So, progression siya. So, 21, merong race na ganito, 21, 32, tapos 42. So, yung 32, yun yung training mo for the 42. Kasi di ba sa training plan, very quickly sa training plan,
usually sa 32
dapat magma-max distance ka for a 42 kilometer run ng mga 32-35 kilometers.
Yes.
Di ba sa training plan, dapat maka-max out ka. Then, ibababa mo na yung mileage mo. So, when you train, yung training, hindi talaga siya 42. Well, kung malakas ka, go.
Yeah.
Mag-42
Kahit
ka.
ako, nung nag-train ako ng full, never ako nag-run ng 42. Kaya, pwede ko talaga masabi na 42 virgin ako nung time na yon.
yun yung, so kumbaga parang dumako na ako sa parang konting health reminder. It's like, again, it depends on the person, but usually training plans, ganon.
Yeah.
They will not require you to run the full distance of the training. So sa mga gustong tumakbo na nag-iisip, hindi lahat ng nagpa-42 na nagsa-start ng 42 ay nakapag-42 na.
Yes.
No? So, ganun yung mindset ko noon. Tapos, marathons and international competitions, so nabanggit ko na nagsasasali na ako sa Pilipinas noon, na halos lahat ng sahod ko, I mean, a big chunk of my salary na sa Philippines.
4,000? 5,000?
Sabi ka ng range na lang, Tito Pay.
Mas mura Kasi parang yung 3 races noon, parang 3,000 plus. Ata, hindi ko na maalala
Pesos.
Oo, pesos. So, marami din kasi kami mga races. I think yung 21K nun is parang mga 500, 600
Oh, that's mura.
pesos yata. Oo. So, ano ka na, no? May mga hydration. Siyempre, depende pa rin sa organizer kung gaano kaganda yung race. So, yun yung I think mga 800 to 1,000 pesos yata ang 42K or 1,200 pesos, 1,500. Depende, again, sa type ng race. Kung sikat, mas mahal.
Yeah. And
Siguro
ito yung
mga
weird, sorry. Anong oras
1,500.
kayo nagsisimula? Tell them.
Oo. So, sa Philippines, magsa-start ka kasi mainit. Ang pinakamaaga kong naging gun start for a 42K is 12 midnight.
What?
Kasi mainit.
Hindi ko alam kung
Oo.
takot silang maarawan or what.
Kasi,
Ba to?
kasi kailangan.
Seryoso to?
Yep.
Oo, seryoso. So, kasi ganito.
Well, yung traffic din kasi siguro yung iniintindi nila.
Oo.
Yeah.
So, kasi, ito ganito. Kasi kaya nila kailangan gawin yun. Kasi by, I think, 5, 6, or 7 a.m., kailangan tapos na lahat. So, kahit yung walkers, kailangan tapos na. So, alas 7 ng umaga. Kasi bubuksan na nila yung kalsada. Ganon.
Alas
Oo.
12.
Yeah.
Oo.
Sige.
Parang sinasalisihan nyo lang yung yung traffic
Kasi alam mo naman sa Pilipinas, matraffic. Yeah.
Oo.
Yun yung reason
Ganon.
kaya hindi ako sumasali. Makikita ko 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Parang no. Matutulog
Gun
pa lang ako
start
nun.
yun, ha? Gun start.
Grabe.
Hindi lang yun yung parang makikipagbingga. Gun start na yun.
Yeah, so dapat by
Nagsisimula na
11
kayo,
nandun ka na.
Bayan.
So, yun
Okay,
yung masasabi ko sa mga gustong tumakbo sa Philippines. Siyempre ngayon wala. Ngayon dahil sa COVID wala,
yeah.
nawala yung running. Pero noon, ganun yung binubuno ko. Tapos,
Hindi ako makaget over.
alas 12, hindi ako nagbibiro.
Papasok
12
ka pa
midnight.
kinabukasan, no?
Pwede ba
Sunday-
campfire statement na good luck? Sasabihin ko good luck.
So yun yung sa Philippines. Tapos nung nandito naman, sabi ko, okay, at least medyo okay na dito. International competitions, I really never competed because for me, I do running because I run for myself. I mean, I am in competition with my own self.
Yeah, well, technically it's a race, so it's a competition. Pero yun nga, hindi naman tayo mga pro. So, hindi naman talaga tayo tumatakbo
Like,
to
hindi
win.
nagsiset ng record na para
Yeah.
talunin yung number one na.
We don't run
I would
to
say,
win. We just
I would say
run for
personal
fun.
best. Yung personal best, tinatry kong i-beat siya. Pero if I don't, beat my personal best, I don't kick myself
Yeah.
from the behind. It's like, okay, it's at least you finished. For
Yeah.
me, ang mindset ko when I run is like, I'm here to start something. I will
And-
finish it.
Yeah.
That's what I
true.
always think sa running. Ang mahalaga
Napakaganda
matapos.
namang
At saka, ang mahalaga matapos ako within cut-off time. Yung cut-off time.
Totoo.
Yeah. Sayang ang binayad ko kapag hindi walang
Yeah.
medalya.
Yung
So, yun yung-
tingin ka sa likod mo, may cleaners na ba?
Oo.
May sweepers
Tito
na
P,
ba?
I want to ask very quickly, ano yung feeling na like nakatapos ka ng like yung international competition? May difference ba between like yung local runs na ginagawa mo before or kahit yung mga takbo dito sa Toronto and then versus like punta ka na ng ibang country para tumakbo? May pinagkaiba ba yung feeling?
So yung feeling, I would put them into two buckets. So yung first bucket ko is with regards to feeling nung sa finishing is like yung isang part ng naramdaman ko is yung first time kong natapos yung 42.
Oh.
Iba yung feeling nun.
Yeah.
Yun yung feeling na talagang hindi ay kahit ano pang matapos ko ibang 42K, hindi ko siya na siya, may sarili na siyang bucket sa puso ko, sa utak ko, sa pagkatao ko. Yun yung naka-compartmentalize na siya. So yung second bucket ko is yung continuously nakakatapos na ako ng other races. As like, it can be 21, it could be 42. So yun yung feeling. So yung feeling nun, masaya. At saka yung may sense of fulfillment. So yung una, sense of fulfillment because I was able to complete a 42.2 kilometer run. First ever in my entire life. Sabi nga nila, di ba?
Never forget your first.
At saka sabi nila, di ba, parang napakaliit lang ng percentage ng tao sa buong mundo na nakatapos ng 42.2.
Yeah.
I think it's less than 10%. I
Yeah,
could be
may
wrong.
ganun siya.
Sa whole population
Nabasa
sa
ko
buong
din
mundo.
yun somewhere. Yeah.
So you're part of that percentage already. So for me,
Already, yeah.
personal achievement siya. Hindi sa minamaliit ko yung hindi kayang mag 42.2.
Mhm.
Iba-iba tayo. Pero for me, that's an achievement. And then the second part, yung kasiyahan ko kapag nakatapos ako 40, sabi ko, yes, katapos ako. Kasi ang hirap mag-training for 42.2
Yep.
if I ever train at all. It is very demanding sa time, sa effort.
Katawan mo.
Oo, tsaka sa pera din.
Yeah, magastos siya.
So very quickly, tatalo na ako dun sa tips and tricks and health reminders about running. So, be prepared to spend tips and tricks. So, tama si Tito Jerky. Sa una, isipin mo, sapatos lang. Pero pag tinamay sapatos, oh my God.
Yeah.
Mamahal pa din pala ng mga sapatos. Pero, there's a caveat. There is, I would ask caveat or a silver lining regarding do sa shoes. So, tama si Tito Jerky na you need to have the proper shoes to run. I can attest to that too. Kasi nag-start nga ako sa pucho-pucho na shoes. So, I was like, wala. Pero kapag nag-escalate ka na kasi ng distance, yung technology yung binibili mo sa shoe eh.
Yeah, it's a night and day difference talaga no? Mapapansin mo.
At saka injury prevention.
Yeah.
Ayaw nating mai-injure tayo pag tayo tatakbo. Kasi kapag na-injure ka, it could be a short-term injury, it could be mid-term injury, it could be long-term, it could actually stop you to run altogether. Which is yun yung iniiwasan. Yun yung palagi kong sinasabi sa mga tao. It's like, na gusto mag-run. Sabi ko, always try to select the best shoe. And, damhin mo yung katawan mo. So, point number 2, always listen to your body. Kasi iba-iba tayo ng stress capacity sa katawan. Threshold. Yeah. Tsaka, train. Number 3, train. Do not, wag masyadong magmadali. Yung mga gusto ka, kasi minsan sabi ko, kasi tayo, I can train a 5K, I can do a 10K whenever I want. Pero ibang tao kasi, hindi ko pwedeng sabihin na, kunyari si Ange, sabihin ko na, tara 10K tayo. Of course, no. Hindi kakayanin ni Ange na mag 10K ng biglaan lang ng isang yayaan. Igaganon sa akin ni Angela. Sabi ko, bahala ka sa buhay mo. Mag 10K ka mag-isang.
Mukha ikaw tumakbo ng 10K ko.
Oo. So, ganun yung
mangyayari. It sounds familiar. Parang narinig na natin yung story niya na. Pero hindi ako yun.
So yun na yung mga health reminders at saka tips and tricks. Just have fun pag running. Yun yung number 1. Kasi babalik tayo doon. Kasi marami nagtatanong din sa akin, uy, tulungan mo naman akong tumakbo. Sabi ko, anong goal? Kasi gusto kong pumayat. Gusto ko lang tumakbo. Sabi ko,
itakbo mo ako pa.
Yun yung mali. Hindi kita kaya itakbo. Kailangan tumakbo ka for yourself. Basta lang, ginigauge ko palagi kong disclaimer sa kanila. It's like, tatry natin, samahan kita, pero dapat sa'yo manggaling yung kagustuhan mo tumakbo.
Yeah.
I can cheer for you. Happiness. Yeah, I cannot impose the happiness that it brings to me.
Yeah, it's not for everyone.
Yeah.
Kasi may mga tinatamad eh. So, yun lang yung masasabi ko. At saka, basta mag-ingat kayo sa gastos. Medyo magastos tumakbo. Pero, magastos siya. Pero kasi, for me, passion ko siya. And I would spend money. So, mahilig ako sa perfect shorts. Yung perfect shorts ko, just ang pagkamamahal ng perfect shorts, yun, konti-konti ng tela.
Yung mga 3 inches, 4 inches.
Oo. Tapos magkano?
Sexy shorts.
Libo. Yun? $50 plus. $50 halos yung isang kakarampot na yung tipong kita na.
Lang yun.
Oh my God.
Kita na yung pagkatao mo
para
kapag
$10 na lang, pwede na ako bumili ng leggings sa paboritong athletics store namin.
Oo, $50 yung mga perfect shorts ko.
Oh my God.
Hindi mo. So, yun lang. So, yun yung sa akin.
Okay.
Thank
you so much.
Sorry, add ko lang, may naalala ko. Narinig nyo na ba yung kapag nagawa mo yung 5K, you can do a 10K? And if you can do a 10K, you can do a half?
Yes, I did. Pero medyo kailangan super fit ka.
Yeah.
It didn't apply to me.
Nag-apply siya sa akin nung kabataan. Yeah. Nung kabataan. Anyway, sige. Tapos lang.
Okay.
Naalala ko lang sa everyone who want to start.
Thank you so much kay Tito P. Yun na, yung Valentine's, yun na yung Valentine's portion ng show na to.
Landi episode pala to, hindi ako nasabihan.
Malandi si Running. Ang daming finling ni Running. Ito na yung pangatlong guys. Searching number 3. Takbo! Tito K, takbo na.
Okay. So, ako, sa lahat ng klase ng exercise while running, to be honest, I don't know. Nagsimula lang ako bilang poser kasi nakita
Same.
ko
Hello.
si Jay, si Papa Jay tumatakbo. Sabi ko, ay, tumatakbo siya. Gusto ko rin, parang ang cool.
Gaya-gaya.
Tapos, tulad ni Tito Jay, nagpunta ako sa outlet store, bumili ko ng sapatos na komportable. Tapos,
Diba?
ginamit ko yung sapatos na yun for about a year until na-realize ko talaga na parang sumasakit yung paa ko.
Mm-mm.
Tapos, doon na ako nagpa-gait test, saka tinry ko sa treadmill na
Yeah.
buti naman yung una kong na-try na sapatos,
Okay
komportable siya sa akin. Pero, I don't know if it's the perfect shoe for me, but it works.
Yeah, that
Ayun.
should be fine. Kung di ka na-injure, it works for you. It should be okay.
Yeah, should be fine. Saka, I guess another aspect nung pagtakbo ko is background information lang sa akin. Nung, kailan ba? I think 2012, 2013.
2013, yeah.
Nagkaroon ako ng chronic pain, saka arthritis. Tapos, hindi ako, I had difficulty walking. Tapos, there was a point na I was walking with a cane na ganun kasama
kalala,
yung,
Oh.
yung joints ko. Tapos,
Mm-mm.
sobrang namayat ako kasi basta my health wasn't too good. My health wasn't too good. Tapos, nung na-diagnose ako, nagkaroon ako ng maintenance na gamot na I got really better to the point na parang, yeah, I'm just normal na parang wala akong sakit. Doon ako na isipang
Sumasayaw ka, wala
tumakbo.
lang, ganun.
Oo. Kasi yung mga dating yung aakyat nga lang ako ng hagdan, hirap na
Yeah.
ako.
Yeah, babangon, mahirap bumangon.
Yeah, yung tanda ko dati nung pagbabangon ako sa umaga, it would take me about 5 minutes to get up kasi talagang ililift ko yung paa ko isa-isa. Ilalawit ko dun sa bed and then
May
I have to
pain
push
o may numbness na...
May pain. Masakit siya. Like, parang
Sharp
pinipilit yung... sharp pain. Like, masakit siya. Tapos, I would spend 15-20 minutes every morning na ini-stretch ko yung hips ko kasi that's
Medyo
the only
tight,
way na
malusen.
makakalakad ako to work.
Okay.
So, nandun ako sa point na yun. Tapos, nung nagkagamot na ako and everything, that was about 2014, ganon. Naisip ko mag-try akong tumakbo. So, hindi ako stranger sa pagtakbo kasi nung sa school sa UST, part ako ng mountaineering club. So, as part nung training namin, tatakbo kami sa UP, tatakbo kami around UST. So, I was familiar, pero by the time na nandito na nung nagsimula ako 2014, nawala na yung fitness level ko. So, medyo struggle siya. So, nagsimula ako on 2K. Hirap na hirap ako nung 2K. I went to 3, and then I started doing 5Ks, and then 7, and then 10, and then 12, tapos 16, tapos 21. So, yun yung progression ko. And that was spread between 6 or 7 years. So, it's a process for me.
Yeah.
Pero, hindi naman ako yung talagang pinupush yung sarili ko na training. Parang ako kasi recreational lang din ako eh. Parang, if I have the time, I'll run. But, as I was running longer and longer distances, na-realize ko na yung benefits na, kasi may anxiety din ako. So, na-realize ko na yung benefits na nagiging mas kalmado ako. Siguro yung mga dopamine na sinisecrete ng brain ko, siguro nakakatulong sa akin. So, nakikita ko talaga yung mental health benefits and at the same time, yung physical health benefits. And I think one thing din na sobrang nakatulong sa akin or nag-push sa akin para magsimulang mag-run is merong park dito malapit sa bahay namin. And I've been running on that park for 6 or 7 years. Like, kabisado ko na yung path na yon. And the way na nag-progress ako is pinupush ko yung sarili ko na parang, aabot ako dito sa point na ganito today. Or, ngayon aabot ako sa point na medyo mas malayo today. So, for me, it was never the time, but it was yung endurance.
Distance.
Yeah, distance talaga. So, yun nga. Kasi hindi rin ako competitive. Ayoko makipag-compete kahit kanino.
Well, pero to be honest, ikaw ang pinakamabilis sa amin, ha? Pag nakakita ko yung time mo sa Garmin, parang, ang bilis. Parang kalahati yung
Garmin,
akin.
paki-sponsor naman po.
Garmin, please. Thank you.
Ay, ewan ko, na minsan, winawatch ko rin yung heart rate ko recently. Natatakot ako kahit yung bilis kong takbo. Yung heart rate ko pumapalo ng 170, 180 eh. So, siguro hindi ko rin alam yung limits ko kaya nakakatakbo akong ganun kabilis. Pero, siguro nasanay na rin yung katawan ko dun sa path talaga.
Yeah.
But siguro kung sa iba mo ko patakbuhin na lugar, I wouldn't be that fast.
Do you prefer running? I know you run by yourself for the most part. Kasi, syempre, pero like, are you open with like, tulad ni na Tito P tsaka ni na Jerky na, are you open to like, recreationally running with friends? Or like, are you open to like, eventually joining them, going to an official
Binyagan
marathon?
ka na namin, sali ka na sa mga race.
Ako, for the whole time that I've been running, wala akong nakasabay. Wala akong sinabay na friend or acquaintance ever. Kasi for me, it's meditation too.
Yeah.
Marami kong napaprocess na emotions pag tumatakbo ko. But again, I'm not saying na hindi ako open to running with people. Pero right now, mas prefer ko na tumakbo by myself. Saka like Kuya Jerky, ayoko nung may hinahabol. Saka I feel bad for people na parang kunyari kasi
mas mabilis ka kaysa sa akin, di ba?
Or mas mabilis siya sa akin, mahihiya ako sa kanya na parang bumabagal siya na parang huwag mo kong sabayan, mauna ka na na-awkwardan lang ako sa'yo.
Diba?
Tapos ang hirap magsalita pag tumatakbo.
Yeah.
So hindi ako makakapagkwentuhan, tapos pag Englishero pa yung yung katakbuhan mo.
Labo!
May lag
Pagod
pa,
na nga ako.
magkakalag ka pa, no?
Pagod na nga ako, ma-stress pa yung utak ko, pang sasabihin
English
ko.
ka pa.
Diba?
Kasi
English pa.
hindi ako magaling mag-small talk eh.
Lalong hirap huminga, dumudugo ilong mo.
Ayun, yun lang. But again, I wouldn't be, hindi ako totally close dun sa idea na running with other people. I've been considering na kasi may isang fitness or outdoor equipment store na malapit sa amin.
Yeah.
Baka naman running club.
May mga running group sila,
Yeah, I was looking into joining them, pero parang magsasara na lang ata yung yung store na yun eh. Hindi ko pa na-act on yung idea na yun.
Well, now is not the time din naman to join running groups kasi COVID.
Yeah.
How about a competition? We were talking about it before and then merong concept sa competition na parang hindi ka masyadong
Ano na naman?
Hindi naman masyadong pero kasi ako poser lang, recreational runner lang naman ako. Hindi ko gets yung magbabayad ka para tumakbo.
Oh, okay.
Kasi sabi ko, ba't magbabayad ako $100, 21K? Ay, ako na lang tatakbo mag-isa.
Gawa ka ng medal.
Oo, gagawa akong medal, di ba? Kanina nag-21K ako, wala akong medal.
Gawa ka na lang ng sarili mo.
Para lang magka-idea yung mga guys kung gaano ka-hardcore din. Medyo may pagka-hardcore level tong tatlong to. Tong si husband, tumakbo siya kanina. Feels like minus 17 degrees Celsius sa labas. Tapos nag-21K siya kanina.
Medyo miserable. Pero it was nice, yeah. Ayun, so, asa na ba ako? Yung,
tips and tricks.
Health
sige. Hindi, yun na, yung last na. Tips and tricks, any health reminders, things to spend on. Kasi parang, kumoment ka kanina kay Jerky tungkol dun sa tracker eh. So, dito na natin ilagay yung opinion mo.
So, regarding dun sa equipment, talaga, shoes talaga, number one. Get good shoes.
Tama.
Ako rin, pansin ko yung kaibahan. Kahit ako, hindi ako flat-footed. I think medyo normal naman yung foot ko. Pero ramdam ko yung difference from yung stepping up from a
cheaper
like,
outlet
regular
shoes.
regular sport shoes. I think pang basketball nga ata yung sapatos na pinantatakbo ko. So mapapansin mo yung difference nung regular shoe dun sa shoe na pangtakbo talaga. Kasi hindi na pansin ko hindi na sumasakit yung tuhod ko eh. Dati dun sa cheaper shoe sumasakit talaga siya.
Yeah.
So yon. And another thing to consider kung if you're a heavy runner is that lahat ng sapatos may mileage. So pag na-hit mo na yung mileage na yon, palitan mo na.
Yeah.
I think 600 kilometers ba yung usual? 600,
6 to
700 kilometers?
800.
Ayun.
Mga ganun. 6 to 800.
So yun, pag pag medyo worn out na, palitan mo na. So you can think of it as a consumable kasi I'm not sure kung sa podcast na bring up yun or sa regular conversation namin ni Tito Jay na yung sapatos treat mo siyang consumable kasi imbis na ma-damage yung katawan mo, yung sapatos yung nadadamage para sa'yo. Something like that.
Yeah, I think si Tito Phil yun. Baka hindi ako.
Ay, ko ba nagsabi ng Tito P?
Hindi ko na maalala.
Baka isa sa amin.
Isa sa inyo.
So, yung nag-stand out yun sa akin na parang, tama, ba't ko titipirin yung health ko, di ba?
True.
Yeah. Saka, fitness tracker. For me, importante yung fitness tracker kasi it's a way of motivating yourself. Kung nakikita mo yung times mo, yung timing mo, saka yung heart rate mo, makikita mo over time na nag-i-improve ka.
Yeah.
And I think yung fact na nakikita mo kung paano ka nag-i-improve is a big motivator na parang it will keep you pushing, it will keep you moving forward.
Parang it's a fulfillment. May sense of fulfillment.
You have to see how you're improving kasi otherwise, parang, to be honest, yung running, like, it's gonna suck sometimes. And even me, I've been running for 5-6 years. There's still some runs na parang, I hate myself, I hate running, fuck this shit, I'm done.
Kahit naman yung mga pro pag nakarinig mo sila, may mga ganong moments sila na it's not their best.
So it doesn't get easier, you just get faster.
Yeah.
So kailangan talaga merong isa pang factor na makikita mo na nag-i-improve yung health mo, yung ganon. So fitness tracker is very important. You don't even have to get an expensive one. Kasi yung una kong fitness tracker, Xiaomi siya. Xiaomi yung brand.
Yeah.
Para lang siyang bracelet na simple na I think it's $25. So it's very affordable. It syncs up on your phone. Tapos may app siya na itatrack niya yung mga takbo mo. So I find that very helpful sa motivation ko, especially nung nag-i-start ako. And I know some people na stopwatch saka papel.
Yeah.
Old school. That would work too.
Or a pedometer. Yung iba may pedometer pa, di ba?
Yeah, so don't let again, fitness tracker is important, but don't let it stop you. Pero ang number one minimum requirement talaga is good shoes for me.
Good running shoes.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else, Kay?
Ano ba? I think meron din kaming yung running for me. Parang hostage na rin ako nung running eh. Kasi dahil dun sa anxiety ko, whenever I don't run for more than a few days, like,
you feel guilty.
I feel guilty. I'll physically feel down. Madedepress ako, malulungkot ako. Like, talaga yung mood ko, like, bumabagsak talaga, napapansin ko. So, be careful kasi it's gonna be an addiction.
Is it in a good way or a bad way?
Depends how you look at it.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's it. Thank you so much, Kay, dun sa capping off nung sharing today. So we move on to na tayo sa next segment, which is yung campfire statement. So meron ba kayong mga one-liner dyan or parang hindi naman motto, but things to keep in mind about running? So start tayo kay Kay muna.
Okay. For me, pain builds character.
No.
Kasi,
when you're pushing yourself and it gets painful but you overcome it, marirealize mo na mas mataas yung threshold mo for, this is very personal too and kinda unique to my situation kasi nga dun sa chronic pain situation ko. Kasi I don't know. Like I guess nare-recognize mo yung limits mo, and then if you overcome the pain, then it's sort of like climbing the stairs. So kung na-reach mo yung gantong level, then you know that magiging minimum mo na from that point forward is itong level na to. And then you keep pushing higher and higher and higher. So yung pain builds character is that just because you feel pain, again, when you're applying this to running, listen to your body too. Pero yung pain, if you overcome it, you become stronger. Or medyo mas pop culture friendly.
What kill you doesn't...
saying is,
Anong sabi niya?
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Makes you stronger.
Yeah. That's another way of saying it.
Okay.
Anyway, I think that's it.
Thank you. Okay, Tito P, ikaw naman.
Kung hindi ka bilisan, idaan sa damit na fashionan.
Parang yung kakilala ko, gusto bumili ng AirPods. Sige, makakabilis sa'yo yan.
Oo, yun. Kasi, always find ways to make running fun. Yun na lang.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Kadugtong yun nun, nung aking statement.
Yeah.
Yun na yun. Salamat.
Okay. And lastly, Tito Jerky.
Ako, manghihiram ako sa linya ng Nike. Just do it.
Oh.
Kasi, especially for me na tamad and walang disiplina, na parang, nabanggit ko sa inyo isang araw na parang gigising ka, parang tatakbo ba ako o hindi? Tatakbo ba ako o hindi? O magbabike ba ako o hindi? And then the next thing you know, 30 minutes ka na nag-iisip kung gagawin mo. Eh kung ginawa mo na yon, nakatakbo ka na ng 5K o naka 10K ka na. So, just do it.
That's a good one actually. Kasi there's times na yung tinatamad akong tumakbo.
Yeah.
And then parang sabihin ko na, shit, sige, takbo na ako. I'll do 5K and pag I still feel like shit, like I'll just go home.
Yeah.
Pero when you go out, like suddenly it's the best run you've had so far. Like, yeah.
Diba?
So just do it.
Feeling.
Yeah.
Suddenly it's magic.
Yeah.
Ang daming pop culture reference. Okay, salamat sa inyong tatlo for
baka kailangan may
sharing
part 2. Sana mag-request yung mga fans. Fans
Yeah,
talaga.
We'll do a part 2.
Fans. Oo. Salamat sa, pag-share ng inyong passion for running. And, like kami, like as real friends na, like usually yung running talaga pag nag-uusap kami, pumapasok talaga sa conversation nila. And ako, like, I have aversion to running. Pero, like, na-entertain ako kapag naririnig ko sila nagkwentuhan about it. So, it's nice that we are finally able to dedicate an episode for that. So, again, thank you guys, Jerky, Phil, Kay. Paso natin kay Tito P for closing.
Yes, so ating mga kampon. So, you can visit our website at Linktree. So, promote muna tayo ng ating mga social medias. So, using our handle, Kamp Podcast. And our social media links, social medias, podcast catchers, and email contact form. Uy, form na.
Form na.
Yes.
Next level.
Tumataas ng level. are available there if you want to reach out to us. And we would like for you to reach out to us. So, doon nyo kami makakontakt. So, speaking of, yun nga yung pagkoconnect sa amin, you can also reach out to us using our social medias on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook using our handle at Basecamp Podcast. So, ulitin ko at Basecamp Podcast. We will put it on our show notes kung hindi nyo nahuli kung paano sa i-spell ang Basecamp Podcast. So, feel free to tag us if you will be using the social medias to connect with us so we can repost. We would like to hear from you. Please like, follow, and subscribe. You can also email us directly so kung gusto nyo pang humingi ng tips,
Yeah.
kunyari, yung kung anong fitness tracker ang medyo budget-friendly, pero effective naman. So, yung basics, you can email us directly at basecamppodcast@gmail.com kung may mga tanong kayo. Sama nyo na rin yung hinaing nyo, love problems.
Yeah.
Valentine's
Problem.
naman.
Valentine's naman.
Don't worry, confidential ito. Hindi namin ipagkakalat.
Depende.
Para sa amin. We would love, natawa ko, we would love to hear from you. We always love to hear from you. So, on our next episode, so tatawid na tayo next episode. So, umpisa na ng Basecamp Podcast Year 2. Yay!
Woo!
Please join us. Please join us for our anniversary episode as we talk about our life's soundtrack. Pag-uusapan namin ang ilang kanta or music that stood out to us in a way defined our life. We want to encourage our listeners, so binanggit namin yung email, ilalagay ulit namin ito sa aming show notes, to email us with your 3 to 5 songs na i-consider nyo rin as your life's soundtrack. Aminin nyo, meron kayong life soundtrack. And a short description of why, please. And we'll share some of those. We would be more than happy to share some of those. If you would like us, let us know. Siyempre, disclaimer din. Kung gusto nyo i-share, please let us know on our next episode. So, please tune in. Wink, wink.
Maalaala mo kaya.
Yun ang tip. So, anyway, thank you so much, Tito P, for helping us with the closing part. And again, thank you so much for listening to episode 11. Ito-close na namin ng year 1 ng Basecamp Podcast. Again, thank you so much for sticking with us. And we'll see you guys on the next episode. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you
for
for
listening.
listening.
Bye.
Bye.
Gotta go fast.
Bye.
Woo!
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Para ako nag-half marathon. Ay, nag-full marathon.